Hi, I'm Dee from Brown Girls Trade 2. My channel covers my expat life, my investing, and my day trading of stock options. Today, I want to cover a trade that I took earlier this week. It is my goal to bring to you a trade each week to kind of break down whether it was a good trade or a bad trade and possibly give some tips for you going forward. I do want you to know I am not a financial advisor, nor am I a financial planner. This is not financial advice. The purposes of this is really for entertainment as well as a little bit of education if you can pull something out of this of value to you. So the trade I want to cover is I took a trade on CVS, ticker symbol CVS. It is a healthcare company. I took the trade because earlier in the week, I noticed that it seemed like the healthcare sector there was money flowing out of it. The best ticker for me at the time for the amount of money that I wanted to spend was CVS. So I decided to evaluate the movement of the stock to see if I wanted to take the trade. This is the way I evaluated it. So I've got my chart on the day chart. And by the way, I do my charting in Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim actually is one of my larger accounts that I trade. However, because I'm using a certain amount of money, I am trading CVS in one of my small accounts that I'm trying to build. I'm building that account in Robinhood. I don't like Robinhood at all. However, Robinhood does allow me to do a few things, or prevents me from doing some things as well. So part of the reason I use Robinhood for a small account is I'm using a small amount of money. I will not overtrade in it so that I don't violate the pattern day trader rule. Pattern day trader rule means that you can only have 3 day trades within a 5-day period, right? And because of that, because I'm trying to be more disciplined and be very deliberate about the trades that I take, it allows me to be sure of the entry that I'm getting in, be sure of the exit that I'm taking, as well as I manually have to do some of these things. In my larger accounts, I'm able to set trail stops or things like that to get me out automated. I don't want to set any limits or any stops within Robinhood because I want to maximize the gains that I can get, but that's also because I'm watching my trades. I don't recommend that for someone that does not have the time to watch the trade. So here, I'm going to get into this trade right now. Because I saw that it was in a downward trend. And by the way, I mentioned I am I'm a scalper, which is very quick. I'm a day trader, as well as I will swing, but it is, it's my preference to kind of day trade. So I can be in a trade for a few minutes, a few seconds, few minutes, a few hours to a few days, right? This one, I happened to take this trade a few days. Again, I got into this trade on Monday, February 27th. So I have us on the day chart, and this is actually the candle I got in on. Now, oh, I'm sorry. This is from an earlier thing. No, I know why I put that there. I do want to get rid of this. Hold on, I want to get rid of that. There you go. So because again, I'm a scalper mostly and a day trader, I don't need a really long timeline that I'm looking at something. So what I did is I put a very small trend line on this to get a gauge of where I thought the stock was going, right? And so in the days prior, there was a little bit of a push up, there was an upward trend, and then that trend got broken with this candle here. You can tell that it was broken because you started to have lower lows, right? You have lower highs, lower lows. This one pushed up a bit, but again, we had a lower low, right? So same thing, lower high, lower low. I got in on this candle, but the reason I got in, what I also did is I marked the level of the previous day's price action. So CVS was trading at the high on Friday of $86.67 to the low of $85.49. I saw that this candle opened up lower than the previous low and kind of continued to push down. I'm sorry, the open of this candle. It broke the low of this candle. That actually told me it was time for me to get in. This yellowish orange line is actually where I got in on the trade. And at the time, the stock was trading at $85.28. I purchased 4 contracts for $44 each. So 4 times 44 is $176. That was my total investment. Again, this is for a smaller account. I will tend to buy more contracts in my larger accounts or trade different companies in the larger accounts. Anyway, so dealing with this small account, I've got an investment of $176 out there. That day, it started to push down, so I'm already in profit, right? Now, again, I wanted to avoid pattern day trader rules, and I did not want to waste a trade. I could have sold these contracts at the end of the day and still would have been profitable. However, I did not want to I didn't want to waste a trade. I still saw that there was going to be some downward action happening. I marked this trend line to kind of give me a gauge of where I was headed. And I'm still in that downward trend. And until that trend breaks, they're going to be in a downward movement, right? So on Tuesday, I'm in profit. I'm going to stay in the trade. The next day, it pushes down even further. It went as low as $81.98. Now, remember, I told you I bought an $84 put, and at the time that I bought it when it was $85. So I bought it just out of the money. I don't tend to buy contracts in the money. For me, they're too expensive. And if I'm evaluating the price action well enough, then I kind of know which direction that trade is going to take me. I don't have to be in the money. It's not necessary for my contract to reach being in the money. What's important for me is that the value of my contract goes up. So on Wednesday, after it pushed down so far, and then I started to see some buyers come in a bit, I wanted to go ahead and take my money off the table, right, which was the initial $176 investment, as well as some profit. So I mentioned I purchased those contracts for $44 each. I sold 2 of those contracts. I peeled 2 off and sold those 2, each of them, for $187, right? $187 times 2 is $374. And if you subtract the initial investment of $176, that left me with a profit of $198. So that means I put my $176 down. On this day, I was able to grab my money and grab $198 of their money as well. When you've got a trade going, it is best to let your winners run, which is why I only peeled off 2, which means I took profit, as well as I let the others continue to go. And anything that comes off of that will just be pure profit. Even if those things had went negative or I'd lost money on them, I've already taken profit off the table. So today, CVS pushed down even further, right? Pushed down to as low as $81.36. Now, you remember, I'm in an $84 put, so I'm already $3 in the money here, or close to it, you know. I sold one other. Now here, I peeled off one of the contracts. I sold that contract for $226. Again, I've already taken my investment off the table. I've already taken some profit off the table. And now this $226, that's pure profit. $226 plus the initial $198 profit is a total of $424 profit. Now, for a $176 investment, you lay down $176 and somebody hands you $424 plus your $176 back, I think that's a good trade. I've got one contract remaining. Tomorrow the contract expires, so I will sell that contract tomorrow. And I'll get a gauge of where that CVS 84 put is trading at. Right now, if the market were open, I could get $265. You see it says 265 there, but again, there's 100 shares of stock in one stock options contract. So it's 265 times 100, which is $265. Now, let's say tomorrow it opens up and it kind of pushes up. So maybe I don't get the full $265. Say I only get $250. So if I added $250 plus the $424, that would be a profit of $674. I will tomorrow sell this contract, but I'll also come back and update you guys as to how the full buying and selling of these contracts went, what my eventual profit was. I know that there's not going to be a loss because I've already taken profit off the table, and whatever else happens is nothing but profit. So I will, as proof of what I've done here, I will post my buying of the contracts, and I'll post so far the selling of the initial two, the selling of the one today, and the selling of the final contract tomorrow, and give you a tally of how much the entire trade netted me. I did get into another swing trade for next week, and that company I am going to trade is Procter & Gamble. I'm looking for it on my watch list. One second. Here it is. Yeah. All right. Okay, so again, I'm back to the day chart. Now, I can't give you very much information about this, but what I can do is tell you that I've got an initial investment out there. I purchased the contract again with this yellowish orange line. This is what kind of designate where I got into the trade. I purchased the $142 call, which means that I think that Procter & Gamble is going up. I've got an expiration date of March 10th. I purchased 5 of them at a cost of $70 each. So 5 times $70 is $350. That is my investment for my smaller account. And just to give you an idea of why I even got in the trade, Procter & Gamble had been on a bit of a rundown here, right? It didn't hit a low, but it dipped down, right? And so the break of this candle, when it broke above the price action from the previous day's candle, the high of the previous day's candle was $138.29. It broke that candle and continued up. And that's when I decided this trend of the downward trend was over and I can now move up. I've drawn me a bit of a trend line, and hopefully if that trend line continues, then I can expect, I'm hoping that Procter & Gamble will continue upward and I will make a gain on this as well, but I won't know that until next week when I sell it. I probably won't sell this contract tomorrow because I think that I should have a few days of upward movement. And if that's the case, my contract will increase in value. But I'll let you know that next week. I hope this has been helpful for you. I intend to do these every week, kind of showcase one of the trades that I do or one or two of the trades that I do. And hopefully, again, you come and trade with me, find out that this is something for you or you're interested in it, and maybe we can make some money together. Remember, brown girls trade too. Have a great day. Make your money stack.